Hello everybody, aka the Coot here with Act 1 tips, tricks, and needs to knows for Path of Exile. This game's been out for a while, but I figure I'll give you all I know about how to get through the first act of the game. Obviously I'll be coming out with an Act 2 and an Act 3, little helpful tips and tricks I learned, because there are little things throughout this entire game that can help you get through it. Little indicators on the maps, just stuff like that. And obviously I've been playing the game a little bit before everybody who is new could be playing it, being on the open beta for probably about the last 6 or 7 months, so figure I can impart some of that goodness on you guys, and maybe that'll get you off to a better start in this game. I will be playing as a dual totem sporker. That's what I was pretty good at last time, so I do that just to find items. It's pretty much impossible to be bad at being a dual spork, so gonna run through the game with that. You'll probably see me playing that throughout. I'll probably give the Zion a try here anytime soon. But anyways, here we go. First place you're gonna get to is the mud flats after you get the medicine chest. I'll leave that guys to you, or I'll leave that finding up to you guys, so you get at least a good feel for it if you're just getting the beginning down. So, in order to find the feeded pools, I'm typing to the guy in my party right now, but all you do is follow the wall. It's always gonna be on the wall. So you just follow the wall around until you find the feeded pools, and you can obviously read enough to know that you have to go in there, and that's where you go to clear out all the bad guys that are going on. So go into the feeded pool, clear that out, and then move on from there after you kill a few stupid chargers. So after you get out of the feeded pool, you're going to want to move on to finding I believe they're called relics. All the relics are going to be along, if you look at your minimap, you'll see that there's that river right there. They're connected via the river. So in a second here I'll show you. You move along this river and you'll find an exclamation mark, and that's actually newly added in. It wasn't like that before. I think I end up speeding this video up. Yeah, so you go through, farm a little bit because you're at the very beginning, but find each exclamation mark and you'll see there'll be a big water spot there on your minimap. Clear that out, pick up the green item that's there, and as you can see, follow one of the river paths and it'll lead you to the next one. Usually there's one that's a little isolated away from the rest, but in this particular case I think I find it right away, so you guys get an idea of what to do. But yep, all of the 3 green items that you're going to need are going to be right along that river, and nice and easy to find. Seems a little self-explanatory, but I know that for me in particular, following that river has helped me several times get through that. And if you're anything like me, you're going to be making multiple characters, so having to know how to get through some of these very simple quests is actually really nice. So after you find the third one, you're going to move along and you're going to follow the wall again, and that'll lead you to the submerged passage. So you run up, hammer that glyph right there, lowers that passage. And unfortunately there isn't anything to tell you about this area. This is going to be one of those things where you just have to wander around. There's the lower submerged passages in here, but either way, wander around until you pick up the waypoint. Once you get the waypoint, go into the lower submerged passage, and or wait, no, it's the flooded depths. Go into the flooded depths and you'll kill the deep dweller there. A little side boss, but in this game if you don't get the quests, they automatically just assume that you were going to the quest and you pick it up automatically. After there you go to the ledge, and I'm going to pause here for a moment because this is a very important area. The ledge is going to be one of 3 grinding areas that you're going to be going throughout the playthrough of the game. You don't necessarily have to grind in the normal playthrough, but what these areas are for is they're used as areas to basically catch up to the level cap of whatever map session you're on. So if the recommended level for this is, let's just say for instance it's 20 for easy math and you're only level 10, you could very easily grind out that area until that level. So if you follow that, it's a straight up path that'll lead you to the next place. And again, there really isn't anything you can do at this point as far as tips and tricks. You're just going to have to man up and go through this area. But the good part about this area is this will be one of the first areas where you get large grouping of monsters, and if you know how to play your character, you should be able to pretty simply take them down and get a lot of group experience from those. So wander around there until you come to the prison. So you're going to start in the lower prison, and again, there's nothing really you can do here except for grind through it, try and get through the prison as best you can. When you get to that though, you get to the end of that, you'll find the warden's quarters, where there is a blood path. It's really simple to find the warden. All you do is follow the blood path, deal with the ramblings of some crazy chick, and press on from there by following that blood path to the warden's chambers. very important. A lot of people know this who have played these types of games before, but lay down a town portal, because if you die, you'll come back with the same amount of health. Also, you can go in and it refreshes all your pots. So if you didn't know, your pots come back when you kill things, and obviously there isn't a whole lot in this room to kill other than that one guy, so when they're gone, they're pretty much gone unless he dies. But I like to try and kite him around objects, lay down traps. Fire traps are going to be your best friend early on. Let him sit in that for a little bit, and do your best to try and get this guy down as fast as you can. Once he's dead, it's a little quick trip around his area to find the prisoner gate. Or, excuse me, the prisoner's gate. This is pretty straightforward. Obviously, you grab the waypoint, and you're going to be tempted to follow this path. Don't bother. You go through a quick cutscene if you do decide to follow this path, where you can't use the area. That would be the direct route to where you're going next. So, you got to wander off the beaten path here, you to the left or the right. I just happened to get lucky and pick the right direction this time, 50-50, but that's how that goes. And you're going to head into the next area. Once again, though, this is a pretty easy area to grind. You can see here I just spam some pots real quick and drop a bunch of AoE down, but once you get through there, you're going to have another area where there's no way to get through it other than searching, and you're going to end up at the ship graveyard, or actually your go-to, the ship graveyard, which is going to lead you to another just straight path that leads, oh no, actually they got rid of that, now it's just the ship graveyard, excuse me. And first thing you're going to look for is that little green area right there. You're going to go into the little cave that they have there, and you're going to be looking for something called the All Flame. This is supposing that you don't find the pirate that's chilling there first. If you do find the pirate, he's going to give you the quest to go to the ship graveyard, but the ship graveyard's really straightforward. You kill a boss, you click that slave girl that's right there, she drops the All Flame. You guys have probably learned by this point, but watch out for the waves from those guys. They do slow you down, and if they hit you over and over, they can completely stop you at some point. And being stopped in this game is a surefire way to die. But DPS that guy down, get some epic loots, or in my case not, grab the All Flame. Then you gotta find Captain Douchebag. Captain Douchebag will become very angry with you for whatever reason, and then you have to fight him. So that's a pretty straightforward fight though. Once you kill him, that'll be another quest that you can turn in. And I actually don't really turn in these quests very often. I kind of get through a string of them and then turn them in. You can do that. So have a little fun with Fairgraves here, and then wander around the outskirts of that map. Once again, pretty easy to find. Just follow the outskirts, and you'll run across another straightforward area where you run into the Cavern of Wrath. Cavern of Wrath has a waypoint right at the entrance, so that shouldn't be a big deal, but you'll follow that around and have to struggle your way through finding the Cavern of Anger. Once you get to the Cavern of Anger, you're going to see this ghost pop up right here. When the ghost has popped up, you'll follow him for the most part until you find some treasure. When you find the treasure, you'll know you'll be at the place where the last boss is of this act. Once again, lay down your safety TP there, just so you don't have to find yourself making a long walk again, and go through killing the two-phase boss that is, I think her name is pronounced Miraville. Anyways, once she's dead, hop on out into the southern forest. You got a really nice area to grind out here for a few minutes. It's a straightforward path. You just follow the coast, and you'll find yourself at the beginning of Act 2. So that is all I know about getting through Act 1 as fast as I possibly can. Some areas to grind, so hope you enjoyed. Take care.